Thank you for having me. I have just some pictures and a collection of, are you still seeing the image?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Perfect. So I'm from Parrabbola. We're a community arts organization with work that ranges from international Shakespeare collaborations, most recently with Without Walls, doing Shakespeare Break Walls, to hyperlocally focused projects. In Newham, we did a J.D. McDougall exhibition, which was in Forest Gate Library and made with local design students. But we are a nomadic company, and we just kind of go everywhere and facilitate work across the globe. Currently, we are the retained creative producer for Solihull Metropolitan Borough Council. And Solihull is in a unique place situated between Birmingham and Stratford-upon-Avon, which are these kind of very culturally active places. And so Solihull Council has struggled to identify its distinct cultural stakeholders and to establish lasting relationships with those people and organizations. And so our remit is to produce a series of cultural programs, which range from large-scale weekend festivals, which we just had the Auden Festival, to small pop-ups in libraries and parks, and to facilitate the development of those relationships between the council and local arts and culture kind of movers and shakers. So in the pop-up tours that we did, the focus was on taking a free show, which was suitable and enjoyable for everyone, to all parts of the borough. And we've had a really positive response, with a lot of people voicing there was a lack of previous access to arts and culture, especially in the north of the borough. So we're hoping that this project will pave the way for a borough-wide touring network, which will serve to provide access to culture for those who might otherwise not engage with those creative projects. But we're also hoping this will encourage local makers to bring their work back into Solihull. And in January, we presented a night of micro commissions from local artists. So we sent out a call out. We asked for these local artists to bring us something new that they would use a bit of funding to develop and then show, but in progress. And that was a really successful way to connect with local culture makers. And we have then, from that, been given a database of local creatives, and we have been very lucky to be able to work with some of them since, just this weekend, in fact. And through our work, we use the ethos of art for all, which depends on making and supporting a variety of work that serves and reaches a variety of people. And so this foundation, we're hoping, will allow the council to be a better supporting and producing organization for the creatives in the borough, which then will be important to improving access to culture for those who wouldn't be able to access culture otherwise or in any other way. And so this is super, super locally focused into Solihull, but that understanding and the development of a specific place identity is why this work is really important. So by kind of fostering and supporting creative communities, these places within Solihull and then the whole borough itself will hopefully become positive areas with which people can identify. After the last few years and all this stuff, I think we can all recognize that there's a feeling of isolation, and people have kind of forgotten how to connect into their local communities, or that those communities exist. And so if the council then can use that support and create that support and continue that support, then the process will repeat itself, and those communities will hopefully just grow and grow, and these places will become integrated, and these groups of people will connect and communicate more. So the work that we're doing is important from a creative and a cultural perspective, because it helps the council understand their role in supporting creative work in Solihull. But it's also important on a human level, and it will hopefully help to remind Solihull that their place communities do still exist, that there is a community and support out there, and we're working towards establishing a connection and a wider sense of community throughout the borough.